We would perform in Japan here and there, and we have our separate English lyrics for the rap when we go to Japan. And when we're back in Korea, we have our Korean lyrics. And that just gets messed up in my head, like all mixed up. Sometimes I'm like speaking half English, half Korean. They're just like all jumbled up, and I always
Japanese.
Yeah, I always mix them up, and I'm so embarrassed for it. Yeah.
It seems like very impressive that you can speak so many languages so fluently. However, for me, it seems just so overwhelming. I mean, just I don't know how couldn't that's. I mean, props to you guys. That's crazy, but it seems impossible to me. Do you recall the first moment when you realize, oh my God, people are starting to recognize this? This is happening.
I don't know if there was like a specific moment, but of course when we started, so this would be in South Korea, like where we live, when we would go out and about, we would have like photos taken of us, but we wouldn't be prepared for it. So like, you know, on our days off, we'd be really like, you know, just woke up, you know, didn't even like care to put on some sunscreen. We'd have like pictures taken of us, and that's when we realized, oh wow, like we don't know when somebody would like notice us. So ever since then, we've kind of been on our toes a little more.
So even now, when you go to say the grocery store or go to a fast food place, you have to be prepared for everywhere, right?
Just in case. Just in case, for our sake, because we don't want to, you know, turn our phones on and be like, "Oh my gosh, why did I?"
Surprise nobody with our bare faces and our natural looks.
I'm sure you guys are fine. Let's do a quick recap. Kill This Love, the EP and the single, both out. You just performed at Coachella, which was awesome. Your Blinks, They Love You. You have a ghost in your laundry room, which is. I'm glad you moved out of that place. That's frightening to me. And of course, you guys are just the sweetest things ever. I wish you guys the best, okay?
Thank you so much for having us.
Absolutely. At the end of every interview that I do, fist bump to make it official. So give me a little fist bump.
Oh, cool. I think I've seen this.
Bam! And bam! And I'm reach over here. Bam! And you bam! There we go.
I think this is the only radio station that is not biased.
Bakit?
I don't know. For some reason.
What do you mean by bias?
Or like, kasi there's other radio station na like, like, alam mo yung, they incorporated.
Yung kagaya ng yung si BTS, Chinese.
Yeah.
Pop.
So I think.
Hindi, US naman to eh.
I know, but I'm trying to say is like, other radio station.
Carbon wheels for most.
They're, like, it seems like they don't do their research. And they just, you know, parang just
Hindi
because
kasi
they hear things,
at the same time
go.
feature din talaga sila, hindi lang parang news, pero dahil featured sila na nandoon, kaya kailangan talaga gawin nila yung research nila.
Yeah, kasi I think that's why a lot of people, when they use BTS or any idol, any K-pop artist, okay, I would say, hey, I'm gonna use BTS as in my stream, right? So of course, if I'm a BTS fan, of course I'm gonna be like, what the fuck, right? Like, if the conversation, if the topic is something that will disappoint the armies, of course it's gonna be part of plot. They're gonna say like, hey, apologize, and then, you know, of course you're gonna give you. But so, I mean, there's two way. I think there's negative and there's pros and cons on that. So I mean, you can use BTS in a good way, right? You can just say like, hey, oh my god, the Vanguard, I think the thing has issue. Freaking riot again.
Valorant ba?
Oh. But I'm trying to say, it's like they can use BTS in a good way. For example, okay, I'm gonna discuss BTS today. Of course, what would the fans do if I'm a fan? So if I see like, okay, there's like a live conversation, there's like this or a streamer or a YouTuber made a content of BTS, of course, what are you gonna expect, right? So, but this but this guy, and I like it because whenever he does interview with other idols, you know, he's not gonna ask like, how do you see yourself between this group and this group? He's not like that though. He's gonna be just focused on like, okay, so in your group, ganyan, ganyan, like, what is your new thing in the group? Hindi siya yung magpapa-ask like, oh, what is your
Yun. Comparison sa
comparison
iba.
on other group?
Oo.
Or
Interview lang talaga as
Yeah,
in interview sa
interview.
ano.
No need to like, okay, what do you think comparing to the success of this group and your group? What is it? Like he's really a good one. I think for all the what do you call that? The
May iba
ladies
kasi
version.
kapag nag-interview insensitive, no?
Like I mean, if you
Well,
want to
sometimes
interview,
they just ask like whatever questions come to their mind instead of the
I mean, if you want to interview, just interview what is Blackpink for. You know what is Blackpink? But some are just, I don't know.
Or like if you wanna ask like personal questions or like yung mga question na ikaw lang talaga yung gusto mo makaalam, edi you can ask that later at the free time. Wag mo iyan sa ano.
Don't like use other group to what do you call that? To be like, oh, okay, like this person, this and that.
What about the pig? Ever? Isn't that them? And you who make the most incredible.
I was gonna do that, yung ganyan style, yung ano nang, you're gonna walk around the area and
What we
like,
did, guys, today is we have prepared. Guys,
but there's nothing to do. You can't barely do that in Sacramento.
we got Rose Ski, fine mode. She's gonna grab you and just. Wait. Never seen this.
Shit.
Here know who these people are. Never seen them. Okay. So they are a group called Blackpink. I've heard of Blackpink. Okay. Yeah. So they're basically like a Korean pop group.
Hi. What's wrong with Valorant?
Like sort of their own kind of.
Bro, ikaw lang may problema.
I should uninstall and then just install it for some reason.
Right, right, yeah.
I think I'm blonde. I like the blonde hair. Yeah. I get it. No, I don't know. I like this one Jenny because I don't know why. I like her hair too. Yeah, I think something about the makeup probably. Yeah, like lipstick too. I don't know, but
There we go. Yeah, Blackpink. They're in like K-pop. Well, I know they're. Right.
I guess she doesn't know.
Right.
Yeah. She does.
Yeah. Thank you so much. Really appreciate it. That's what I do so much K-pop videos. And so you guys. Do you recognize any of these people?
I've heard of it.
Okay. 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 Okay.
I don't know why she's calling my name. Yeah, I've always thought Jenny was like she's got the force of
Right,
a
right.
lot of hair, but I've always thought it's
Why you don't have work today?
Why are you asking me?
Because why you not going to your work?
like she's got the most like natural
Why, you got issue? You got problem? What's your problem?
My problem is that why you're not going to your work.
Why?
If you had to, yeah, would you?
Oh, and foggy.
Jenny?
So that's why you're not going.
So mommy is here. Mommy.